All right, so it's time to name these things. Hopefully by the end of this lesson, you'll know how to practice so that you can eventually be able to know that that's an E flat and that's a D and that's a G and that's a D and that's a flat and that's a B flat and that's a B and that's a C, and just be able to name any note on the entire piano. So here's what we're gonna do. There's actually only 7 letters. Even though there's 88 keys on a full-size piano, it's just the same 7 letters repeating over and over. A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. And then it repeats. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. A, B, C, D, F, G. A, B, C, D, F, G. So if you're on a full-size piano, it'd be hard to tell just by looking at it. But if it seems ginormous, it's probably a full-size piano. That's 88 keys. They really don't make pianos that you would ever see in real life that are more than 88 keys. So if it seems ginormous and at the very bottom of your piano, there's only one black key by itself, it's not like in a group of 2 or 3 or 2 or 3, then probably the lowest note is an A. So you could count up from that if you're on a full-size piano. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, F, G, A, B, C, D, F, G. And the last one would be a C on a full-size piano. But the majority of you are not on a full-size piano, so we need another way to find an A. That's where the groups of 2 and 3 come in handy. So you probably noticed the black notes are grouped into sets of 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3. Here's the trick. You find any group of 3 at all. Any group of 3. Take the middle note in the group of 3 and you drag it slightly to the right. Just barely slightly to the right until you land on a white note like this. Just barely right there. That's an A every single time on every piano from here until forever. So you go to any piano store, pick out any of their pianos, find a group of 3 black notes, take the middle note, drag it up, you've just landed on an A. So that's an A and that's an A. And from there, that one, that's an A. And that one's 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 an A. And if you're on a full-size piano, that one's an A too. So why don't you pause the video right now and go try to find all of the A's just by looking at the black notes. At first, you'll need to actually play the group of 3, then play the middle note, and then drag it up. But eventually, you want to be able to do most of that in your mind. So you just look at the group of 3, look at the middle note, and then you drag it up and just only play the A by itself. So that's an A, and that's an A, and that's an A. See if you can do that and find all of the A's on your piano, and then come back. Okay, so now that you found all of the A's, let's just take these 2 A's, for example. It's just gonna go straight through the alphabet. So that's an A, and that's a B, and that's a C, and that's a D, and that's an E, and that's an F, and that's a G. And after G, we start back over, and conveniently, we already knew that was an A. So if you know an A, you know all of the letters of the piano. So that's A. Then, like, what note would that one be? Actually, try to find out what note that would be. If this is an A, right here, then this one right here would be a B, C. It would be a D. Hopefully you thought that one was a D. Let's try another one. What about, I don't know, this note right here. What note would that be? What letter would that be? Well, you want to find an A below that. Like you could go, oh, group of 3 and the middle note and drag it up, but then that doesn't help us because now we can only count up. So we need to find a group of 3 below that. Find the middle note, drag it up a little bit. That's an A. And then I just count up to the note that I'm going for. A, B, C. So that one is a C. So you can probably see how knowing where all of the A's are is gonna really help you out, because if I wanna know what note that one is, if I can just jump to an A pretty quickly and go A, B, C, D, E, that one's an E. That's gonna be really, really helpful. So that's all of the letters for all of the white keys. Now we have to do all of the black keys. And the black keys are kind of tricky because most of them have 2 different names. Let's go back to that A again. And between A and B, we have this note right here. So this note right here should sound slightly higher than A. Like that's an A. And if you just close your eyes and listen, from there to there, should sound like we went up a little bit. A to whatever that is. Like it's a little bit higher. Okay, and then also if we go from B to that note, let's try that. B to that one. It sounds like we went a little bit lower. Like we started on a B, and then we went a little bit down. So this note could be described 2 ways. One, you could say, well, that's the note that's slightly higher than A. Or you could say, well, that's the note that's slightly lower than B. That's where the 2 names for this note come in. So this one is either called an A sharp or this one's called a B flat, because sharp means slightly higher. So this is A sharp, slightly higher than an A, or B flat, which is slightly lower than a B. So that's the name of that note, either A sharp or B flat. Neither one of them is technically more right than the other one, so you could call it either one. And then if we wanted like the note between these guys right here, if we want to know what that note is, we'd need to find out what these two notes are. So in order to find out what those two notes are, let's go back to our A. You can do this. Here we go. Ready? This is our A. I know it's getting a little bit confusing right now, but you got this. This is A, B, C, D, and E. So this is a D and an E, and this is the note that's in between D and E. So we could call this one either slightly higher than D, which would be D sharp, or we could call this one E flat. And a sharp sign, if we want to say D sharp, we would just say the note that's in between D sharp. Let me show you that. We can throw that in here. So a D sharp would look like this. There's a D and then D sharp. So if you see that right there, that means that note right there, the note that's slightly higher than D. If we want to say E flat, we would make an E, and then a lot of people, like if you're just typing this out on a piano, it would just be like a lowercase b. So you might see something like that, or see something like E flat. That means E flat. Really, a flat sign, though, is supposed to be more like this. It's supposed to kind of be smushed at the end. So in my mind, when I'm writing my flat signs, I'm always thinking about drawing a heart like that and like that, because that's how I draw my hearts. So I just draw the right side of a heart, but then I put it on a string. Ah, that was a terrible string. So that's my flat sign right there. It's a string with a half of a heart on it. Or like a lowercase b, if you took a lowercase b and then just like smushed the bottom of it. So it all like came out like that right there. So that's the flat sign, but sometimes you'll just see it as a lowercase b, but that's E flat. So this symbol right here means play that note, not an E, but then it's slightly lower than an E. Let's try one more. If we were gonna go for this note right here, try to find me that note. The first thing we'd have to do is go find a G. So group of three, middle note, drag it up. That's my A. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And now we need a G flat. That's the note that's slightly lower than a G. If this is a G and that direction is up and that direction is down, I want to go slightly lower to find a G flat. So I want to go slightly that direction. I'm going to go right here. That note right there is a G flat. If you see this symbol right here, you're supposed to play that black note right there. So at this point, you've got all the tools to practice to be able to know where all of the letters are. And the way you can practice that is just like randomly pick, oh, what is that one? And then go try to find out what that letter is. Or if there's somebody else in your house that can play one of those notes for you and then quiz you on that, that's great. And then same thing for all of these. For the black notes, you want to do them both ways. You want someone to say, okay, play an E flat, and then go find one. And you also want to do like the random thing of like, ah, that one right there, and then try to like find out what letter that one is. It happened to be an E flat also. So you want to go both ways with the black notes, but I think the goal for right now is to quiz yourself until you feel like, yeah, I think I can find every single note on my piano and I can name it. The black notes would have two names. And I can name every single note on the piano, and then go find some music where it tells you what letters to play and see if you can follow those letters and play that song. And then you're just playing music, which is really super cool. So good luck. Go have fun. If you need help finding some music, then let me know. But until next time, explore, mess up, have fun.